The truest way to practice self-love is by making bad art. Making it bad, making it ugly, and making it often. The gates are open, babe. Bienvenidos al cielo. Welcome. Today is the day before Valentine's Day. Whether or not this goes up on Valentine's Day, I'm not sure. I hope so. That would be crazy. So I'm decked out with my heart-shaped earrings, my heart pendant, and my heart dress, if you can see. And obviously we're going to talk about self-love. This year I want to put in more of an effort to be kinder to myself as someone that is very self-critical and a recovering perfectionist. I was thinking a lot about what self-love really means, and some words came up, obviously. Kindness, patience, acceptance, devotion, respect, and discipline. And all of those pillars of self-love are not only great when it comes to your self-development and having a healthy relationship with yourself, but also integral when you want to have a healthy relationship with your art practice. When you care about something, it's hard not to want it to be perfect and have all of these expectations surrounding it and whatever project it is. For me, that usually comes out in music. I feel very free when I'm painting. You can see my two paintings right here. I have to hang up, this should be a gallery wall, and yet there's like two little paintings and there's frames on the floor and everything. Painting, I've felt more free. I don't really put so much of an expectation on myself, and I feel like that's true of many people with many mediums. You usually have the one that's like your baby that you care most about, and the other one that you go to when you're like cheating on your wife. in a healthy way. Hey, painting, I've felt more free, but there have still been plenty of times when I've been so debilitated by the need for perfection where I just don't create anything at all. And I found that once you make the commitment to yourself, and by extension your art practice, to value the act of creation over the creation itself, that's when everything will change for you, because you're going to free yourself from the shackles of your own expectation. It's like that meme of that girl ripping the chains off. That's going to be you, babe. I think as artists, there's always this ebb and flow between really loving what we're making, really having fun with the process and being light and airy with it, or on the other side of things, being super self-critical, wanting whatever we make to be good. I have to make something good. I have to make something popular, something that'll go viral, my masterpiece, whatever, right? And we can get really caught up in that. And I'm speaking from personal experience. Whenever I have noticed that I've valued the outcome over the actual process itself, that's when my art practice starts to feel like self-harm. Because as artists, we need to create. Just like loving yourself is a verb, the act of being an artist is a verb. It's an action. You have to make things. And I feel like so often we can get caught up. All of this is like, if I'm saying we, I'm including myself in there, okay? Get caught up in like the identity portion of being an artist, what this means about me, right? And all of these limiting beliefs can flood in. Oh, well, I call myself an artist, so everything that I make has to be good, and it has to perform well, or people need to think it's important. Otherwise what? Otherwise I'm a phony, or insert whatever your go-to negative self-talk is. We all have one, babe. I know we do. So that's what I mean by identity portion of it. And for us to have a healthy relationship with creating art, we need to put the identity aside. Who cares? Like, I'm an artist because I make art. The fuck? What does that have to do with anyone else? And giving back your art, sharing it, is a very important process. It's a part of the process because, in my belief, God, the universe, whoever, you get downloads and you feel this calling in your heart to make something, and then you make it, and it's almost your obligation to share it with the world because it wanted to come into this world so badly. Do you know what I mean? So to deny yourself the transcendence, the catharsis and release that creating art gives you is an act of self-harm, full stop. You love yourself when you allow yourself to be free and make whatever you want to make. by giving yourself the permission to make something really ugly or bad or cringe and embarrassing with no judgment, and you can make it as often as you want. That is the highest form of self-love, because you're accepting all of you, even the bad parts of you. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you get it out there, because that's what artists do, man. You have to be a free channel, okay? And the funny thing is, whenever that point is, when you let go of expectations, that's when your masterpiece happens, babe. And why is that always how it is? I swear to God, everything in this world works like that. When you're trying really hard at something and trying to force it, nothing happens. But when you don't try and you let go, that's when the magic happens, okay? That's when the muse visits you. Because you're showing to the muse, oh, this person's having fun. I want to rock with them. I want to give them a brilliant idea. I want to give them happy accidents. That literally happened to me. I'll show you in a B-roll clip. That happened to me with this painting. I thought that this is Fabriano paper. I thought that this paper was 100% cotton. I'll be damned if this is 100% cotton. There's no way, because the way that the paint and the water absorbs is so not easy. It's not fluid. And so I accidentally, when I was doing the border, I was accidentally dropping a few drops of water on top. And normally with 100% cotton paper, it does not react like that. It just looks like water. But this, it like almost crystallized. It looked like mold or something. And I was like, oh my God, this is gorgeous. So you know what I did? I kept dropping water, and that happy accident only happened because while I was painting this, I was just having fun. I didn't know what this was gonna look like, but through that free-flowing consciousness, I was blessed with this gorgeous mistake, right? And this mistake would have only happened if I sat down and wanted to have fun. Truly. I know I'm talking about the muse and I'm getting very esoteric, like she'll visit you when you're having fun, da 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 da. Okay, if that is not your cup of tea, if that doesn't resonate with you, let's speak very logically, all right? How do you think you are going to make a masterpiece if you haven't sat at the piano in 6 months? How do you think, I need to know, do you genuinely think that if you haven't picked up a paintbrush, put paint to canvas in 12 weeks, that the first thing you're gonna make is gonna be your magnum opus? I don't think so, babe. That it doesn't really work like that. It doesn't work like that because it doesn't work like that with anything unless you're a prodigy, which of course everyone watching this is. I know, I shouldn't even be making this video, but like, let's be for real. That's not how it works, okay? You need to give yourself, you have to, if anything, talking about release yourself from expectations. If anything, I want you to expect to make something ugly. Sit down with the thought, you know, like, I'm gonna write these lyrics today and they're gonna be so cringe. They're gonna be so embarrassing, and and that's enough. And that's enough. If you're so anti-making bad art, it's just, the masterpiece is never gonna happen, babe. It's just not. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. Although, can I be real? It might. If you're really sad one day and you haven't written a song in like years and you're just like absolutely heartbroken, that first song might be a banger, but that's a very special circumstance, okay? Don't get crazy with me. Most of the time, you're taking things too seriously, okay? You're being serious about the wrong things, all right? Be serious about sucking. Be serious about showing up prepared to make something very ugly. Be serious about sucking frequently, all right? And that brings me to my next point, discipline. Discipline is a huge pillar of self-love and of any successful, healthy, creative process, okay? And let me tell you, I'm gonna be real, it is the least sexy. Because the fundamentals are never sexy. Do you think that it's really sexy to make sure that your fingers are curled and that your wrist is in a neutral position so that you don't get carpal tunnel when you play the piano? No, it's not sexy. Let me tell you, I am so bad at that. I've been playing piano for I don't even know how long, and I'm still so bad at the fundamentals, babe, because it's not fun. Discipline is not fun. However, it's like eating your vegetables. It's not fun, but you gotta do it, okay? It's good for you. Discipline is the backbone of what we've been talking about throughout this whole video. Just showing up, being devoted and committed to showing up for yourself no matter what, no matter the outcome. Discipline is not outcome driven, okay? It's effort driven. It's about showing up on whatever given day and putting in as much effort as you can, and that's going to change. It's like going to the gym, which like am I a gym baddie? No. Would I love to be? Absolutely, but I can't. I need to find a middle ground between Planet Fitness and Equinox, okay? Because I went to the Planet Fitness and spiritually, I'm not aligned with the purple and yellow combo that is plastered all over those walls. It gives me angina. I feel very overwhelmed, overstimulated, and that's not any place that I want to be sweating. Truly, I don't want to sweat there. And then Equinox, very close by to me. However, why is it that expensive? Personally, I'm like I took a tour and I'm just like, okay, but like, goddamn. And then they're still emailing me. Kayla from Equinox will not stop emailing me, even though I have expressed to her that this is just not gonna happen right now. What were we talking about? Discipline, right? If you made a commitment to yourself to go to the gym 5 times a week, and it's really important for you to keep the promises you made to yourself, and you're not feeling like it one day, dude, just go anyway. Walk on the treadmill, 20 minutes, go home. You're gonna feel so much better about yourself because you kept the promise that you made, that you said that you would do. You kept it. And so when it comes to your art practice, do the same thing. If you promise to yourself, okay, I wanna write a poem every single day, do it. I want you to go into all of these promises that you make for yourself in your art with the knowledge that a lot of what you make is probably gonna be really bad and you won't wanna share it with the world. But at least you did it. And in those, what did I say? Every day for a month? I don't know what fake challenge I came up with. Every day for a month you wanna write a poem. Okay, that's 30 poems. Let's say 20 of them suck. 10 of them, okay. You can work with that, you know? It gets the juices flowing, and you kept that commitment to yourself. That builds confidence, that builds trust, that is self-love. Bad art is the key. Do yourself a favor and not take anything too seriously. Get serious about sucking. I'm gonna write this poem and it might really suck. And if it sucks, then tomorrow I'm just gonna write a better one, or maybe I'll write a worse one. But either way, it doesn't matter because I'm just gonna show up. I'm just gonna show up. I'm gonna show up and that's gonna be enough. You gotta focus on the feeling, on how good it feels to make stuff and laugh. If you make something really ugly, just laugh about it. Laugh so hard to yourself and then keep it pushing. You're gonna have such a better relationship with yourself and with your art practice when you implement all of these things, because you're putting fun as the focus. And again, there have been so many times in my life where fun was not the focus. The focus was very much very serious, very restricted by these chains of expectation and perfection, and it was so lame. Oh my god. No, absolutely not. We're not wanting to be good anymore, right? Artists make ugly things all the time. Are you kidding me? How do you think they get good? How do you think they get good if they just started out? No one just starts out good, okay? You have to continuously come back to your medium and put that blood, sweat, and tears in there, bro. And then you'll be rewarded. You'll be rewarded by all the times that you showed up. Because artists need to make stuff, bro. That's how we regulate our emotions. And it would be a crime to deny yourself of that release. By loving the process, you love yourself. Ooh! Cornball alert. That was corny. That was hella corny, but we're out here. Sorry, maybe next video will be less corny, or maybe it won't. But either way, I created something, didn't I? See what I did there? On that note, I think it's time that I show you guys some of my bad art. Okay, I'm going through my old sketchbooks. To be fair, this is when I was just starting out. Okay, just starting out painting, and not to suck my own ass or anything, but I really took to watercolor like what's the phrase? I took to watercolor like a fish to water in most cases. But girl, what is this? Are these glaciers? Is this, do you know what, like, these were supposed to be heirloom tomatoes. Okay. Dude, some of these are so bad. Oh, what happened here? What happened here, ma'am? Oh no, this is really good. Yeah, this like really speaks to me. What is this? This is you need to have a sketchbook. I should have added that in there. Bro, if I, like, this is how we started out. Do you know what I mean? And like, this is where we're at. This is where we're at. Hey! This is my piece that I did for Valentine's Day. You can see some of the hearts or the flowers are in the shape of hearts. You feel me? But if it weren't, and I'm not done, you thought I was done. If it weren't for all of my crappy paintings, we would never get a good one. We would never get a good one. Let's keep going. This is one of my first attempts at a landscape. What are we doing? What are we doing, dude? Look at these trees. They're just arrows. We're not done. Let me go back to the sketchbook. There's some really bad stuff in here. This is me trying to do a bunny. I still haven't figured out animals yet. Still haven't, but if we're not sucking, we're not on the path to figuring out animals. Dude, shut up. They get it. Oh my God, I'm beating a dead horse. I know that there's a Bulbasaur in there. There's a Bulbasaur in here that you're gonna wanna see. So bad. Just a green, like, why? What's with this like shitty green hill? Okay, here she is. Look at that. Right? Okay, super bad, right? But then, oh, that's way better. Wouldn't you say that's way better? You can't tell me. You can't tell me there weren't some improvements. And then we're right back to whatever this is. I think these were pumpkins. Just pumpkins. Some of these are really cute. Okay, I'm finding my stride. I'm finding my stride here. Like, this is gorge. You can't tell me this isn't a good landscape. To go from this to this, I mean, yeah. I don't even know who this is. If this is like my attempt at a Nicki Minaj, I don't know, but like kind of bad, but also like kind of good. And that's what you'll find, that the more you make like bad art, the more you just like kind of get rose-colored glasses and like, wait, is this bad in a good way? I don't know. I don't know her. But I really, and it's funny because like every time like someone, I just had her just like on my like art cart with all my supplies on it. I just had her out and like my mom or my friend would be like, oh, who's that? And like, I'm like, you don't understand her. You don't get her like I get her. Stop. Bro, I found the motherlode of bad poetry. This is my journal that I had through my first year of college. Oh my God. I found this one poem. I read it to my friends. I read it to my friends this summer or so, and they died. I thought I ate with this. When I wrote this, I thought I ate, but it's so bad. This was, I think, girl, you know. I was definitely under the influence when I wrote this, but I was in college, chill. May 29th, 2016. Colors a little brighter. Visions get a little foggier. Patterns in my skin mimicking wood. Vibrations all around me, within me, through me. Experiencing the human experience. Like a fish in a bowl, I can see the outside, Don't tap the glass. Do you think Max is creepy weird? Who's Max? Don't tap the glass. Do you think Max is creepy weird? I think he means well. He just stares a lot. In a human tank. Okay. Oh, there was an arrow. Sorry. We were experiencing the human experience in a human tank. Dirty blonde curls, mesmerizing me. Can't stop feeling the vibrations in my face, then out to the world. Did I say that out loud? I swear to God, I was thinking that. That's the end! Babe, just know that when you sit down to write something, as long as you're not writing experiencing the human experience in full seriousness, you're probably doing all right. Bro, another banger. The same day, I wrote, silence is never silent. Dude! That part. And people aren't thinking about that. People aren't like, they really haven't grasped what I knew. I knew what I knew, and everyone else is like 10 years late. Sorry. That is it for the video, my friends. I hope you took away that we're all just experiencing the human experience at the end of the day. I mean, what can I say? I mean, hip hip hooray. I mean, okay. Stop that. Love yourself. Make something fugly just for me. And I'll see you next time.